Mounds. There's mounds all over America, hundreds of thousands of them. Okay? Now that got me thinking, are there any mounds in Africa? Well, when you Google it, it says yes, there are termite mounds in Africa, okay? And they look something like this. Pretty horrible indeed. And Africa claims to be where humanity started, where civilization itself started. Now, first of all, they try to claim what goes on in Egypt. Egypt, of course, as we can tell, is closer to Arabia and Europe than it is to where most people live below this here desert. Most people didn't cross this desert, if anybody crossed the desert, one. Two, if they wanted to get around there, they would have had to travel around the coastline to get there. So who's closer to this? It would be people who would have already been up here. They could have easily traveled there to Egypt. Could have easily just went across the water, went around the coastline, whatever, from Europe. So they don't really have hardly any prehistoric structures or anything major in Africa besides something way up there. But besides there being numerous mounds in America, and they show you a list of some of the more popular ones and the largest ones, when you start looking elsewhere in the world, there's actually mounds damn near everywhere except Africa. For us that so-called have so many similarities, how come there are no mounds in Africa? When you look up, are there burial mounds in Japan? Yeah, there's burial mounds in Asia. They call them kofuns.
A tomb for one of Japan's long line of divine emperors. Covering over 400,000 square meters, the Daisen Kofun is considered the largest tomb by area in the world. There are more than 160,000 kofun dotting the Japanese archipelago, all of which contain the remains of emperors or their royal families.
So your Japanese kofuns, there are over 160,000 of them around Japan, and they all contain remains of their emperors or whoever. Same thing in America. Not all of them contain people of just such high degree, but there's many of them did contain the remains of the chiefs and things of that nature. Just like here in America, the Cacique Malchia Mound had not only a book of gold plates with written Egyptian hieroglyphs written of Hebrew words, but it also had the Ark of the Covenant with the cacique or chief buried inside of it. Okay, so America has mounds, Japan has mounds. Europe has mounds as well, many burial mounds. They list some of them here. You got mounds in China, and the mounds hold their emperors and things of that nature. It even says that with some of these featuring step-like structures reminiscent of Mesoamerican pyramids, which means they likely got it from America. And there's also burial mounds in your so-called India or Bharat or Hindustan. And they list some of the more prominent mounds below. So think about this. They want you to believe that these people were the first people on this planet. They didn't build mounds. They didn't build pyramids either. The pyramids are way up there. These people don't have any buildings down here. They don't have any major structures. They don't have any pyramids. They don't have any mounds. They don't have any food. They don't have any water. And the only kind of mounds they can seem to come up with are these. And even when you look up their old structures, yeah, like on top of that, besides the Egyptian stuff, these are kind of the things that you see that they list as the oldest structures in Africa. What the hell is this? What the hell is these little knobs sticking out everywhere? Is that what you climb up? What are you climbing up to? This is what they do. This is their structures. There's no geometric pattern. There's no direct shape that's perfect. All of these are lopsided as whatever they are, cones, and just a freaking mess. This is another one of their most famous structures. It's really just a two-story house. You know, in a country where building houses is hard to do, a two-story house that stood the test of time is probably pretty historic over there. That compares nothing to what's in America. Now, you can just talk about sheer size of these things, but you also have to look at geometric shape, perfect form, pyramidal structures with buildings at the top or not. That's a mound that likely had a lot more going on it back then than just being a mound. We ain't gonna get into that. But look at these structures. Compare that to this. What the hell is this? Who conceived this? I'll tell you who. Some African that's trying to take your place and make it seem like everything you did is what they did. Because they be playing.